In a remote village, where the land was dry and hope even drier, lived an old man named Ravi. He was 72 years old, quiet, weathered by time, and always seen carrying a bag full of seeds. Every morning, long before the sun rose, Ravi would leave his small mud house, walk miles into the barren lands, and plant seeds one at a time. Trees, flowers, grass, anything he could grow. People called him mad. "Why waste your time?" they laughed. "You won't be alive to see these trees grow." But Ravi smiled and said just one thing. He had everything: money, cars, a big house, but one tragic accident took everything from him. His wife, his son, his reason to stay. "Someone will sit in the shade tomorrow, because I chose to plant today." Ravi had once been a successful businessman in the city. Crushed, he returned to the village he'd grown up in. The fields were dead. The rivers had dried. The village itself seemed forgotten by time. For the first time in decades, rainwater collected in shallow streams. The seeds that had once laid dormant began to sprout. First one tree, then a grove, then wildflowers, then birds came. Animals returned. But in that emptiness, Ravi found purpose. Not because he had to, but because he could. He began planting. But the truth is, you don't need to be powerful to create impact. You just need to begin. Years passed, seasons came and went. Sometimes the seeds grew, sometimes they didn't. People mocked him less now, but they still didn't understand. Then one summer, after 10 long years, something changed. Monsoon arrived. The land that was once dry and lifeless had started to breathe again. The villagers gathered and stared in disbelief. Children played under trees they once thought would never grow. The air felt different, cooler, cleaner. They asked Ravi, "Why did you never stop?" He looked at the trees, smiled, and said, "Environmentalists came. Volunteers joined. The government supported the area as a reforestation zone, because healing doesn't always happen in a day. But it always starts with one." Ravi never asked for recognition. He never saw himself as a hero. But his actions planted more than trees. He planted hope. A few months later, a local journalist wrote about him. The story went viral. All because one man decided to take the first step, alone. We often wait for change, for the right time, the right people, the perfect moment,